Here we are.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Classic Country Backstories. I'm Colleen Gallagher, and you're.
Jim Gallagher.
I hope everybody's doing all right today. So glad to be here. It's been a little while since we've been on here. We've had a lot of stuff going on, haven't we, Jim?
A lot.
It seems like it's always that way anymore. And that's okay, but we just keep running. So
Until we get rid of these nasty day jobs, to where we can commit more time to this. Yeah.
well, I love my day job, but
I
I
don't.
am getting older, and it's getting to be that time. So we say we have what, year and a half, something like that.
Yep.
Well, I have over a year and a half. I have to finish the school year, so and I still have a year and a half after that. So he
Yeah.
has less time than I do.
Yes.
So but we're until then we're just going to keep going forward and keep working the way we're going, and I am so excited to be with you guys tonight. Um we've got a lot to talk about tonight, I'm telling you. A lot of
Big show.
information. Big show. As Ed Sullivan would say, it's a really big shoe tonight, isn't it?
That's right.
So our latest episode of Classic Country Backstories just dropped on Friday, and it was on Alan Jackson. So if you haven't seen that yet, make a point to go to see it. I think it's a pretty good episode. I'm tickled about it. We currently have 48 episodes uploaded with lots of content, and we have a lot of content in the works. There's always something going on. Um, so if you're new to the channel, make sure you go back and you watch those old episodes, which a lot of people are. That's what, some of the episodes that we may think are not doing that well. Next thing you know, it starts taking off. And I think it's like somebody will watch one episode and then they start watching from there. So, and we appreciate that so much. It helps us an awful lot. And
Yes.
we ask you to please subscribe to the channel. Subscribing is extremely important to us.
Tell your friends to subscribe to the channel. If they like this kind of content, make sure you tell them about it.
Yes, that's
We
right.
need all the help we can get.
That's right. And it doesn't cost a thing.
No,
And if
it's
you,
free.
yes. And if you have never been to YouTube, we have people watching on Facebook tonight. Um, Make sure you go to YouTube and get you an account. The account's free. And once you get that account, which is cool, is you can save things to to your account. Um, Well, hello, Johnny Moore. It's good to see you tonight. I'm so glad you came. I thought about you. I saw your name, and I thought we've got to invite you and get you on here.
Yes. And our friend the Walkers are on here tonight too.
Well, hello. It's good to see you all. Good to see you all tonight. Um, yeah, we're excited about the future of the channel. So, um, also, we want to make sure that where was I at? I think I lost it a little bit. The YouTube, you go to YouTube, you can create an account of your own. Doesn't cost a penny to do that. Okay. But once you get set up and on your account, then you start watching things, then your feed will automatically start dropping things that are similar to what you're already watching in. So it'll give you more content to watch. That's a really, really cool thing. So, like I said, it doesn't cost a thing to get a YouTube account. It doesn't cost a thing to subscribe to our channel, and
No.
then you can watch the episodes. So we're excited about the future. It just there's so much going on right now. Um, but we want you all to let us know what you like to see, what artists you'd like to see. First, go back, look at the content, see what we've got out there, because we've got a bunch. We've got a bunch of traditional country artists and their biographies. We have a lot of interviews back there, so there are a lot of things to see. But then, and make sure when you watch them, comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the episode. So I'm getting a lot of really cool comments, a lot of stories. People are giving me stories about times that they've gone to shows and saw some of the people that we've covered, and it's really really a cool thing to read those. And I read every one of them. I read every comment, and I try to comment on every comment. So make sure you go and look at them, and like I said, like them, subscribe to the channel. That's the most important thing for us. So let us know what you'd like to see, and we'll do our best. What is traditional country? Some people might have a different definition of traditional country music, but this channel covers anything from like the beginning of the Grand Ole Opry in 1928. There are some artists who are still performing country music today, newer artists. So we don't put a cutoff date on what we stop covering, because there is some good country music out there these days.
Yeah.
What I would consider traditional country music. So people like Zach Top, there are a lot of people on the road. Some of these red dirt guys, I look at it like, for the most part, if the songs have a verse and a chorus and a bridge, and it has some sort of a real form to it, um,
But that it tells a story.
it tells a story, yes, and it has country music instrumentation. That's a cool thing.
Yeah.
Um, we don't put an ending date on it, but within the genre, we also like to be covering, some of like bluegrass artists. We will do that because some of those bluegrass artists from back in the day are people that actually help to shape country music. So we'll be doing that as well. We also plan on covering music producers, you know, whoever whoever has created country music in the country music industry. So record producers and booking agents and all kind of good stuff and stories.
Musicians.
Musicians, we have a lot of musicians that we want to work on because there are so many great musicians, and without musicians and without songwriters, there is no country music, right?
Right.
Yeah, so we have so much that we can do. You've given us some great ideas, and we're working on them. I have right now we have about 6 episodes in the works. We just put one up that'll drop here in a couple weeks, um, and we have many that we haven't even started yet. So we're just excited for the future of it. But right now we have so much going on that it's practically, it's really making our head swim because we have so much we can do, and that's great.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's an endless supply of stuff that we can cover, you know. We'll never run out of
no,
content.
never, never. And I mean, that's one of the reasons we're excited about when the time comes we retire, we can focus more time
Yeah.
to having the content and get more content out more often. That
Yeah.
helps. Right now, we're dropping every 3 weeks. At least we're trying to get something out every 3 weeks. Um, so, I mean, and Jim and I are definitely a team. I mean, he's kind of quiet about all this stuff, but I primarily work on the biographical episodes while he works on the shorts and the album reviews. He also helps to create the voiceovers that we do on the episodes that I talk on and put together, as well as proofing the episodes. We look at it, he looks at it. It's hard when one person puts it together to proof it and put it out. So he's always such a
Well, you
good
always
sound.
need a second set of eyes and ears to check it
Yeah,
out, you know.
yeah. So it's definitely a team effort, and I'm so grateful that we work together as well as we do. So um, I want to go through some birthdays. There's been some birthdays last week.
Yeah,
On Tuesday, April the 7th, Bobby Bear turned 91 years old. So
we love
Bobby
Bear.
Bear, oh, we love Bobby Bear. He's such an incredible entertainer. He's been around for a long time. We were blessed a few years back to get to go backstage at the Opry with him and Max T. Barnes. Max was playing guitar for Bear, and actually that was Max's first like professional big guitar job on the road with Bobby Bear. So And there's some old videos back there, that you can go back and see of Bobby with him with him.
And
Uh,
we also got to do a show with him at the Palace, one of
yes,
Max's residencies. Bobby Bear was a special guest, so we got to play a couple Bear songs. That was pretty cool.
that was really cool. He was very gracious to us, very good, and so he's 91 years old though. So and um, I really want to get him on the show. I'd like to, and I need to move on it if I'm going to do it because I know a while back we were told that he is not doing interviews anymore. Then I did see somebody did an interview on him, and I thought, well, I'm going to have to try this. My biggest thing is, I didn't want him to tell me no, but what's the worst he can do? Is tell me no, right? So,
Right.
and when we spent the time that we spent with him, he was very good to us. So, I'm anxious to get with him and see if maybe he'll talk to us a little bit. So, um, another birthday is John Schneider. His was last Wednesday, April the 8th. Um, his birthday, and you all know him as Bo Duke. He has had quite a country music career of his own. Um, Actually, Max Barnes, our buddy, and my other friend, David Richardson, they wrote "At the Sound of the Tone" for John Schneider, which was one of the early hits for him. So, so proud that they got that hit with him. He's an incredible singer. He still sings great, and he's still out there beating the road too. So, um, happy birthday to John Schneider. So, oh,
Yep.
today is
Jimmy
our
Page.
late mutual friend's birthday, songwriter Jimmy Payne. He'd be 90 today if he was here still with us on my mind. And I know our friend Leona Williams is remembering him too. Wow. Jimmy Payne. He would have been 90 years old. Isn't that something? God bless him. And happy heavenly birthday to Jimmy Payne. That's for sure. And today is Vince Gill's birthday. He's 69 years old today. Doesn't even seem possible that he'd be 69 years old today, but he is. So we want to wish him a happy birthday. Um, the sixth of his 50 years from home series, End of the Night, is now available. He just dropped that. So he's got a series of albums that he is making, and I saw a couple interviews with him, and he's feeling better than ever. He's singing better than ever, and he's playing better than ever. So he's still doing the thing with the Eagles. So he's got a lot going on right now.
Yeah.
Vince is a great guy, really great guy, and I'm so thrilled we got to meet him. And I met him a couple times, um, but we saw him at Leona Williams' birthday party, didn't we? Her 80th birthday party. That's
Last year. Yeah.
2 years ago. I don't
Was
even
it
seem possible.
2 years ago?
I know. Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez.
Something. And Leona doesn't look a day over like 50. So,
No, she does. She doesn't age. She's just.
but yeah, Leona Williams is something else. She's
Mm.
she's something else, I tell you. But no, but happy birthday. Uh Happy birthday, Vince Gill. Big fan. Love his music. So,
Mm.
and then next week on Tuesday, April 14th, would have been Loretta Lynn's 94th birthday. And that doesn't even seem possible.
No.
She was a force in country music, that there doesn't get any bigger than her. So,
No.
uh, one thing that always cracked me up though with her, I spent a lot of time with her, and she fibbed about her age. And it's not the way that most people would fib about their age. Usually you would take 5 years off your age or whatever. She took like two. I think it was like 2 years because, and I think part of it was for press. It was more interesting. I don't want to say it looked good, but it was more interesting because when she married Mooney, she was actually 15 years old. And everything that we've ever read or seen says she was 13. And I think it was almost a shock factor that would sell more books and records. But she was actually 15 when she married Mooney. So yeah, but she would have been 94 years old. Um, happy heavenly birthday to her next week. So hold on
Yeah.
just one second.
Where are you going?
My nose was running. I had to
Oh,
fix
well,
it.
you better catch it.
It's what happens on
Oh
live
yeah,
stuff, you know.
this
So
is
uh,
unedited.
also we wanted to talk about this is crazy. Ray Stevens is recovering at home after he took a fall on March 29th and he broke his neck. So it sounds awful. Well, apparently, you know, he's still mobile. I don't know. I don't know what Ray Stevens is made of, but he just keeps going because he is doing well from what we understand. He's reportedly in good spirits. He's mobile. He'll wear a neck brace for the next 4 weeks. And his latest album now, I should have looked up to see how old he is because he's up there. But his latest album, Favorites Old and New, was released this past Friday, April 10th. So everybody go out and get a copy of Ray Stevens' album. You know,
He's
one,
87.
he's 87.
Yes.
He is something else, you know, and he's had a lot of health problems recently. He had to have heart surgery, had to have some stents put in. Um, but he keeps going. And, you know, he has the theater, the Cabaret Theater outside of Nashville. He announced here a while back that he was going to be shutting that down uh, to focus more on his health. You know, it's just a point in time where he needs to slow down. Um, but now there is a show that is like a history of country music that is going on in that building. It's not Ray, but there are still shows. And from the things that I've seen and heard about the Cabaret Theater, it is beautiful. So, you know, make sure to go out there and patronize his theater. Um, but I would urge you to buy his latest album. It's called Favorites Old and New, and it was released Friday. But, you know, Ray Stevens has been around a long time and he's done a lot of things and played on a lot of records that most people don't even know about. He was just, you know, he started out at RCA as a player in the studio. And I don't know if at some point somebody figured out how he could sing, but he was, you know, he would release, you know, he released some albums and he came out and everybody realized what an incredible singer he is. Um, he ended up going more of the comedy path. And I've said that before on here. His comedy stuff is hilarious. It is really, really good. Um, but he is just he's had such an incredible recording career and his vocals. I mean, he's such a great singer. So go and check out some of the older the Ray Stevens stuff. So 87 years old. You know, Ray is in our thoughts and our prayers that he recovers pretty quickly. But it sounds to me like he's doing really well. Um, so tickled that he's home. The fact that he broke his neck and he's home recovering is pretty darn amazing.
Yeah.
But so um, also, I just want to urge you guys: summer's coming up. Weather's broke now. We're not going to have any more snow.
Thank
Uh,
God.
yeah, I'm ready for summer. I'm ready for spring weather, summer weather to get out. Of course, we have a lot going on this summer, and we're campers too, so we like to camp. So that's kind of nice. The weather we can get out and get in our camper. But one of the things that we're going to do this summer in June, we're going to Renfro Valley to see Trace Atkins. And if you've not seen Trace Atkins live, he is just unbelievable, isn't he?
Yes.
We saw him at the Opry a few years ago. It is unbelievable how great he is. So we bought tickets to see him in Renfro Valley uh, in June. I think it's like the second or third week of June. But I just want to urge you all to go out and watch some live country music. Patronize live country music. Go to the country music shows. There are still a lot of traditional country artists that are out there working. And honestly, they can't do it without you. They can't keep a band on the road and pay them if you don't go buy the tickets. It's
Right.
that and simple. And, you know, a lot of us worry about traditional country music going away, but we have control over that. If you go and you buy the tickets and you see the shows, those guys will stay out there as long as they can. Marty Stewart, he broke his wrist a while back and is already back on the road. It blows my mind. He's out there working now. So go see Marty. If you've not seen a Marty Stewart show, I don't know what to say. Do you, Jim? I mean, it's
No,
just unbelievable. The
no,
fabulous superlatives. Those guys are amazing. And, Marty has been around for a long, long time. I worked with him back when he was working for Lester Flatt. That's how long I've been around Marty. Um, but he's always been a performer, a great performer, incredible guitar player, incredible mandolin player. He has the best of the best musicians with him.
yeah, always
So
had always had a
always
killer
has.
band, great
Yes.
band.
Yeah. Yeah. We were talking about the back in the old rock and roll cowboy days. Uh,
Man, they were good.
they were so good. They were so good. He was here in Farmington with those guys. You opened for him, didn't you?
I got to open for him at Country Days the year that he was here for that, and he had the Rock and Roll Cowboys with him at the time, and they couldn't have been nicer guys. I mean, they were all great, but my lord, his guitar player that he had with him, they did a guitar duel in the middle of the show, and it was pretty awesome. But all of his band, his steel player was great. Greg Stocky played drums for him back then. He was a monster. But I mean, even the guys he's got now, Harry Stinson. I mean, come on, he's a
Mm,
session great.
yep.
Sings
Yep.
great harmony. Just great band.
Yep. Kenny Vaughn. Oh my gosh. Kenny Vaughn's an unbelievable guitar player,
Yep.
entertainer himself. So, and all you have to say is Scruggs. Randy Scruggs plays bass for him, and that's all you got to say is Scruggs. That name holds a lot of weight in itself, and he lives up to that. So
Yeah.
make sure you go see him. I didn't mean for it to be a commercial for Marty, but he is so
No,
good. I'm
no.
telling you.
Well, you gotta promote these guys. There's not too many of the original, traditionalists out there
No,
still.
no,
But
and
the thing of it is they're not playing, a lot of major events. They're playing fairs, festivals, and stuff like that.
right.
If you go to their websites, you can get their tour schedule, but you're not going to see it advertised on mainstream media or
No,
anything like that.
no.
So,
And these ticket prices are going to be reasonable to go
yeah,
see Marty somewhere.
yes,
Like you said, he is going to be playing like the fairs. We saw him at Washington County Fair here in Missouri several
in
years back.
Poughkeepsie, yeah,
Yep,
yeah,
yep.
with
Which
the
we'll be doing that August 8th this year. So
oh yeah, we're there this year.
yeah, have to get that in. But
Yeah,
also, people like Gene Watson, he's still going great guns. He's working all the time.
yeah,
And, but he's doing it. And folks, he's doing it for you. I think he's to the point he probably doesn't need to beat the road anymore. But he's doing that because as long as people buy the tickets, you'll get to hear that voice. Until he can't do it anymore, he'll be there. I can
yeah.
I can pretty well guarantee that. And he still has it. I mean, he's
Well,
not lost anything. So
a lot of these guys are like us. They don't know what else to do. They've played music all their lives. They don't want to quit.
that's right. Well,
So
we all get where you're tired at times, but you
right,
just keep
but
coming back.
as long as they're physically capable and vocally they still sound good, you know,
Right.
that's what they're going to do.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right about that. Also the front men, which is, I'm trying to think here. I should have written this down, but the front man I know is Larry Stewart, uh,
Tim Rushlow.
Tim Rushlow. Yeah. Who was the lead singer for Little Texas.
Yeah.
Larry Stewart was Restless Hearts lead singer, and Richie
And
McDonald,
yes.
who is
Lone Star.
Lone Star. I know this like the back of my hand, but when you don't have it written down or anything,
Right.
it kind of escapes you. But those guys, I've seen some stuff with them, and they're all out there. I saw some stuff last week that they did. I think that would be a killer show. Killer
Yeah.
show.
I'm sure it
Uh,
is.
I'm sure too that Colin Ray, Aaron Tippin, and Sammy Kershaw will probably be back out this year. I would imagine.
Yeah.
That's going to be an incredible show. If they go see them. Another one, Jeff Bates. Jeff Bates is beating the road so much these days. Um, and he sounds great. He's a great lead player, and I guess I didn't realize that. But he has sat in and done some things with Ronnie McDowell, and I've seen him play guitar, and he's fabulous. But he's an entertainer. He's a great guy. He was also one of them that we worked with Max's residency at the Nashville Palace a few years back.
Yeah.
Uh, and incredible singer. I'm telling you, great singer, great guy. Terry Clark is still out there hitting it all the time. Susie Boggess is still out there hitting it all the time. And actually Susie Boggess is one of the newest members of the Grand Ole Opry too. So
About time.
she's fabulous. And so like I said, Trace Adkins is still out there. So many of these guys that we love. Mark Wills. He works a lot. So he's amazing. We've worked with him a bunch of times, and
Yeah.
he's just an amazing show, an amazing guy. And I love supporting them because they're great guys, you
Yeah.
know. And the musicians are great guys, and there's so many of these guys. This is how they make their living. It's just like what what we do in our day jobs. This is how these guys make their living. Um, so go out and support traditional country music. It's kind of like voting, the way I look
Yeah.
at it. If you don't vote, you can't complain about it. The same way with the traditional country music type thing. When people get off the road because they don't sell enough tickets, that's not their fault. That's our fault because we don't go buy the tickets and don't go see them. So
Well, and most of these shows, like you said earlier, are reasonably priced. You're not
they
going
are,
to pay, $130 a ticket to
or
go
$200 or
see these
$300
people.
a ticket. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to pay 25, $30.
hmm And I mean, and they're all over right now. Fair season runs all summer long throughout the United States. And, you don't have to drive a far distance to see a lot of these people.
No.
They're close. They're close enough. Merrimack Theater in Steelville, Missouri is close to us. And they have a lot of stuff throughout the summer that you can go see. But it's like that all over the United States. There are fairs you can go see these people. There are local theaters that are booking. If they're not, get a hold of those local theaters and tell them you want to see some country music, some real country music. I will guarantee you these people will come, won't they?
Oh,
It's kind
yeah.
of like, build it and they will come, but they will be there. And, with bells on, glad to entertain you. So, um, and so there's so many of them that are still so stinking good. So don't pass the opportunity to see these guys, because there are people that I saw as a kid, and you think they're going to be around forever, and they won't. They
No.
just won't because they can't.
But
None of us can do this forever. You might want to, and some of us, and honestly, some people go a little longer than they should,
yeah.
but at the same time, go see these folks while they're out there working, help them to earn a living. They're entertaining you.
Yes.
So you're paying to have a good time.
Buy the ticket. Go see them
Yeah.
because they're not going to be here forever.
So I've said my soapbox. I've been on my soapbox. So Jim, I'm going to give you I'm going to breathe a little bit and let you talk for just a little bit. You've got a lot of stuff. We've got a lot to talk about.
Yeah. We want to give a couple shout outs here to some friends of ours. Let's see if I can pull this up. We've got some friends that have a YouTube channel. Now, what goes better with classic country music than classic cars? So some friends of ours have a YouTube channel called Heartland Hot Rods. They also have a website, heartlandhotrods.com, but they feature classic cars, trucks, you name it. And they do a live every Monday night, which I kind of help them out with. And we just sit around and they talk about old cars, and sometimes they have guests in, and need to check them out. Heartland Hot Rods on YouTube.
They have a great show. And ladies, it's a good show for us too.
Yeah.
I really enjoy watching it. It's fun, it's entertaining. These guys are funny too. So I mean,
And it's
And
it's not scripted. I mean,
no,
none of this is scripted. It's pretty funny.
yeah, it is definitely. It is funny. I enjoy watching it myself while, Jim, it's about a 40-minute drive from our house to where he goes, but he goes up there and I watch the show and I sit by myself and I enjoy what the content is. No, I don't understand about engine sizes and all that good stuff. But they have some really cool classic cars that'll remind you of your childhood or remind you of being a teenager and what you drove and what you saw. Um, I was up there with him a couple weeks ago, and it reminded me of the 1969 American Motors Rebel, which was my first car. It
Yeah.
was frog green. That's what I remember. And we were laughing about that. I looked it up. I found the car and showed the guys, but I really enjoy watching it, and it makes me want to go to a car show. And I've never like intentionally gone to a car show, but I think I'd like to go because of those guys. They're great guys. They're musicians too. That's
Yeah.
one of the things too. Is a couple of these guys are musicians, and we've known them for a long time and played some music with them. But they have an incredibly entertaining show. They go to people's homes and show off cars that people have restored. I've seen cars that I didn't know even existed
Yeah.
through there.
If you have a classic hot rod that you want to get filmed, give them a shout out.
That's right.
Contact them at heartlandhotrods.com, and they'll be glad to come out and film your vehicle and tell everybody about it.
And they do it live every Monday night at 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. Central Time. So if you're interested in classic cars, then that's your place to be on Monday nights. So
That's right. Also, want to give a shout out to our good buddy, the Jamester. He has a YouTube channel called Classic Country Music Shows, and there are tons of videos on here. He has like over 2,000 videos on here, and it's all stuff from back like the Porter Wagner Show, Nashville Now, Hee Haw, all the good stuff that was on TNN, back in the 80s,
90s too.
90s. He's taking a little time off right now. He's not posting a lot. He took some time off for Easter, and his granddaughter got married. So
Oh,
congratulations
yeah, that's
on
right.
that. But
Congratulations.
yes, make sure you check out his YouTube channel, Classic Country Music Shows. It's got a lot of good content. We set up the other night. We were watching a George Strait concert, it's hard to
Yeah.
find. It was recorded in Tampa, Florida. It was about the time the Blue Clear Sky album came out, and it's phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
His band was on fire.
Well, you know that I get down the wormhole a lot of times on Friday nights. Jim works night shift in his job. I work days teaching school. So Friday night is my put the pajamas on and go down the wormhole with classic country music shows. That's usually what I do, on my Friday nights. I sit and watch these old shows. And, there were a lot of episodes that he's put out that were from the time that I lived down there. Back when I worked for Max D. Barnes, back in the late 80s. Um, I used to go to Nashville Now all the time and watch the tapings. I knew somebody who worked there. Um, and so when somebody would come into town that was family, or sometimes just to see somebody that I wanted to see, I would go watch a taping. And he's got a lot of those episodes there. So it's a nice walk down memory lane. So, and
Yes.
by the way, Susie Rice, she said, love to hear you too and reminisce with you. Yes, I appreciate you being there, Susie. We love you. I love you. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope to see you soon. Maybe we can get together.
Mhm.
Also, Steve, let me see here. Steve Cafirio. I don't want to pronounce, I probably butchered that name, but he said, where can you find your tour schedule? Jim, where can he find our tour schedule?
For our band, Route 67, you can go to route67band.com, which I need to update. Sorry. But the easiest way is to watch our Facebook, either mine or Colleen's Facebook page, because we tend to keep it up a little bit more than we do the
Yeah.
website. Not a lot of people use websites anymore. Most people use Facebook, Instagram,
Hmm.
that kind of stuff. So we constantly keep up. Most of our current posts and things are on Facebook. We have a band page too, Route 67 Band on Facebook. You can catch us there or check out our personal pages.
Also, also, we want to say hi to Tony Hampton, our
Oh,
brother Tony. We
good
played
to
together
see
for
you.
many years at the Plummer Family Country Music Show, and we
Yes.
love Tony and Brenda and their whole family. Great bunch of people. He's a pastor. He does an incredible job, and so glad to see you on here tonight with us, Tony. We love y'all. You know that. Uh, Deborah Gross Robinson, Debbie. I went to school with Debbie, and says hello to us, and it's so good to see you on here. She's such a sweet lady. Appreciate you so much for being here. And Kim Radford, I'm sorry, I can't talk tonight. Thanks for being on here with us. We appreciate that so very much. Our buddy Charlie Collins is on here with us tonight too.
Yes, he is.
So there's just all kind of people in there. I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
didn't mean to just jump in there, but it's like I figured I better do it while I can see these notes and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, we love Tony. Great guy. Great guy.
Well, you want to get into a little recap of our Nashville trip, since
I
that's
think we should. Yes.
kind of what we advertised this thing about, and we're 40 minutes into it now. So
Well,
why don't you tell them how the whole trip started?
well, I've been working for a year to try to get an interview with RCA Studio B. It's been something because these guys, they are now the tours that are handled for RCA Studio B are handled through the Country Music Hall of Fame. So it is really hard to get in to interview and see the building and do this. I've been working for a year to try to get in. We were supposed to get in there uh, when we got in. Um, I don't remember what the date is now. It was the very first part of April, but we had
Well,
an interview set up with them. I'm looking
it,
up the date right now.
it was
So
March.
yes, it was supposed to be on Thursday, March the 5th. I should know
Yeah.
this, but March the 5th. And I got ready. I took my shower, put my makeup on. I was all excited. I came downstairs at my buddy Max's house. I missed a step and I fell on the floor and I broke my wrist. That's how this trip started. We came in on Wednesday night. So I crushed it. I mean, it's pretty good. I did a pretty good job on it. Um, so that's how the trip started. So we've had to cancel and reschedule, which we don't have a rescheduled date for RCA Studio B, but it's coming and we will get it done. So they've agreed to reschedule with me. Um, but as part of this tour, um, our plan was that we were going to go with our Irish friends. We were going to meet them when they came over, and we were going to spend the week with them, going wherever they went, doing whatever they did, and trying to give some information to them on the history of country music, which we both have a lot of information to give. Um, but we did when they came in on Wednesday night, the 4th, and we went to the Music City Bar and Grill, and we spent the evening watching the Music City Playboys play. Incredible band. They did such an amazing job. And our friends came in and hung out with us for the evening, and a few of them got up and sang and all that good stuff. Um, so it was a great beginning to the week, up until the next morning when I fell and broke my wrist. But yeah, there's a picture of us. Well, not us. I'm standing behind. We're sitting there, and that's the view we have. All those people are our Irish friends, and they're watching the show.
Yeah.
Um, Music City Playboys did a great job that night.
Yeah.
So, and we had several of our friends got up and sat in from Ireland with them. So, you can take it from there. Go ahead.
Well, I'm just going to show some pictures here of from their trip, our buddy Ryan Turner, he sent me these and said, feel free to share them. So I thought I would on our podcast tonight. But here they all are on their tour bus. They rented a tour bus. There was like 30 of them that came over, and they rented a tour bus. And I'm telling you, from the time they got off that plane, they hit the ground running. And we've been to Ireland. We know what that flight is over there. So it was the same thing, coming back, same amount of time or whatever, but it just wears you out. The flight does, because it's 8-hour flight, plus that's not counting the time you spent in the airport, waiting for your connecting flight or whatever. So it may be a day, to get from here to there. And we were exhausted when we got over there. We didn't have anything to do for, the first day or two, thank goodness, when we got over there. But they come over here and they hit the ground running.
And they've lost 6 hours because their time, they are 6 hours ahead of us.
Plus, when they got here, it was daylight savings time. So they lost another hour, like a day or two later after they got here.
I forgot about that.
They didn't know if they were coming and going. So, there's a shot of the bus. Then they went to the Ryman. They took a tour through the Ryman. Then they went to the Opry. They did a tour through the Opry. There's our buddy Ryan's son, Josh Turner, who's an amazing steel guitar player. He played the show with us at the Troubadour that night. Here's a shot of the band. Our buddy Jeff Garris from Nashville. He sat in with us and did the show. There's Ryan and Josh and
I have to brag. Can I brag on these guys for just a minute?
Yeah, go right ahead.
First of all, Josh, oh my word, the boy is 16 years old, and he's a force to be reckoned with on that steel guitar, isn't he? Yes. It's amazing. His
dad's pretty good on steel guitar too.
Yes. His dad, Ryan, who's the one with the ball cap standing up there in the middle, he is an unbelievable piano player and singer. He's such a great singer. And then to top it off, he is playing bass guitar with keyboards. That top keyboard, he is actually playing all the bass parts that I'm supposed to be playing, but I couldn't because I broke my wrist. So he just jumps right in. Right. He does that a lot in Ireland, and he's kind of used to that. Thank heavens. So we didn't have to find somebody at the very last minute, but we were ready to go, and I was ready to play at that show, but just couldn't do it. That was on the Saturday night.
Yeah. So now you have to stop and think. They come from Ireland, and they cannot afford to have their instruments shipped over here. We went through that.
It'd be outrageous.
We went through that too. We had to get equipment. Actually, we got it from Ryan, most of it,
yes.
the PA and everything, when we went over there to do our shows with Max. So they come over here and, they can't afford to fly the equipment over. So Josh, who is endorsed by Mullen Steel Guitars, they sent him a steel guitar, a travel steel, so that it's a single neck Mullen that he can afford to take back and forth, to travel with. But keyboards are a little bit different. They're a little bit bigger, cost a little more to
a lot heavier if you're going to ship it.
And a lot more. So we have to give a shout out to our buddy Paul Hollowell at Paulie's House of Keyboards, because he provided the keyboards and the amp for Brother Ryan to play.
Yes.
Now here's a shot of Kieran Rosny, who is an amazing singer. He did a couple songs with us. Also, by the way, if you want to see these songs, we can't play them on this because we'll get a copyright strike, but we have them on our band page. It's called Route 67 and Friends. If you want to see some of the performances from that night at the Troubadour at our show, you can go to Route 67 and Friends on Facebook. I put a link to the site on YouTube. It's in the description of this video. There's a link to it. You can go to that
Yes.
and see that. There's some,
Also, can I add something there?
yeah,
Uh, also, Jeff Garris, guitar player.
yes,
He lives in Nashville. He's like one of our favorite guitar players anywhere.
yeah,
And we pulled him in on this one. He didn't really know what he was getting into, and I think you can tell by the expression on his face back there, he was having a great time.
yeah,
So thank you so much to Jeff Garris for coming in and doing that
yes,
with us. Also, like he said, Paul Hollowell. Paul plays with us with Max T Barnes. You know,
yes,
when we work with Max, we call ourselves the Bloody Turnips. Um, but he is a brother turnip. That's
yeah,
a picture of Ryan with the ball cap and Paul Hollowell. But Paul plays for Dolly Parton, so he's played for her for a lot of years and played with Reba before that. He's been around for a long time. He's
right,
an amazing musician himself. He didn't play that night with us, but thank heavens he did supply keyboards for Ryan. So
yes,
thank you so
and
much, Paulie. We love you. Can't
yes.
wait to play some more music with you. So
After your little incident, we spent a few phone calls trying to figure out what we were going to do, as far as the setup and everything, but we got it worked out.
yeah, yeah, we did.
So here's a picture of them, which is where we were supposed to be that morning. They actually came in right after we were supposed to be at RCA Studio B.
Hmm.
So there's a picture of them there.
Yep. We were supposed to do our interview and then they were going to come after that. So
Yeah,
I'm sure they enjoyed that tour because it is, if you get a chance, if you go to Nashville, you can't go to Nashville and look up all things country music and not go to the Hall of Fame.
right.
And if you go to the Hall of Fame, you really, really need to see RCA Studio B. So it's you can buy a ticket that is like a combo and they will put you on a little bus and run you across there and you can see the studio. It is such a cool place. So,
Yes.
and that's what they did that morning.
Yeah.
And
I
by
got
the way, can you put that picture back up? Is it too late to do that?
that.
Yeah. So that lady's standing right there, the dark-headed lady, that's Miss Arvel. Oh, is it Orme? Orm? I
Uh,
hope I don't know how. I'm not very good at pronouncing these names, but she is an Irish lady that we got to meet. She did a lot of videoing while she was over there and made friends with her, and we were so glad that we got to know her a little bit while we were over there, keeping in touch. Hopefully, we'll get over there. We're talking about Gemini and Max T getting back over there. Hopefully, maybe next year we can get over and do something with
yeah.
them. Um,
Got to catch up on some comments here. Our buddy Kurt Cook's in the house finally. He was at Johnny Wholesom's birthday party tonight, so
Yeah, well, happy birthday, Johnny Wholesomes. I didn't know that. Didn't know it was his birthday party. He has a group out of St. Louis called the Well Hungarians,
mhm.
and they're a really, really good country show band. So,
And Jason was here. He's off to sleep.
yep, that's my cousin, him and his wife Lawanda. So, he had posted, "Keep your cousin Lawanda in your thoughts and prayers. First SXS racing coming up next weekend."
She
So,
races four wheelers or
side
side
by
by
side.
sides. Yeah,
Yeah,
that would
yeah.
be fun.
I know, I
And
know. We're gonna have to try to get to one of those races. They come and watch us once in a while. They try to get over here, so it would be a fun thing to watch.
I'd
I would
like
think.
to do that. That'd be
Yeah,
kind
I
of fun.
would. Yeah, what race or watch?
Yes, no race.
Oh no, I would rather watch. You know me.
You know,
Apparently, I'm not very good at keeping myself out of trouble. So,
you know how
I will watch. So,
you know.
that's funny. But hi, Kurt. It is so good to see you. Also, I saw Charlie Collins was in the house.
Yeah, Charlie's
Hi,
here.
Charlie. Charlie came and saw us last weekend when we were playing.
Yep.
I have a special place in my heart for Charlie Collins because like I said, I'm kind of apparently things happen to me that I don't plan. But had a little accident with a car here a few years ago, and Charlie Collins came in and played bass for covered for me. He's an amazing bass player, great guy, great singer. He's a great singer. He does a lot of that old traditional country stuff that we love so much. Uh, so I am so grateful he's in the house and supporting us tonight. We always appreciate you, Kurt, being here. We gave you a big old plug a little while ago. He is one of the guys with Heartland Hot Rod. So if you if you love cars and vintage cars and all that good stuff, make sure to go and watch their live tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on Heartland Hot Rods on YouTube. So they have a great show that I enjoy. Kurt. I'm still waiting for you to find me a 1938 Ford V8 sedan. It's a Bonnie and Clyde car. That's what I might have to buy a vintage car if you can find one of those. But that's kind of always been my dream. Oh, our cousin Sandy Burchett is here in the house. Thank you so much for being here with us. Hope you and Bob are doing well.
We
Miss you
miss you
guys.
guys. Yes.
Yes. They're going to be coming to see us around in June, the beginning. So
Yeah.
so that'll be a good thing. Also, Royce Murphy, she's one of our friends from Ireland, says,
Oh,
"Hi,
yeah.
guys. So enjoyed meeting you over there and getting to sing a few songs. Man, she did a great job, didn't she?
Yeah.
She great job. I'm telling you what, the talent from over there is just amazing. And it was so cool to get to spend some time and visit. These people are it's like going home when you're with these people and it's like I told them when I was singing, I'm about 80% Irish. Jim, you probably are too, close to that.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gallagher's a pretty common
Mhm.
name over there. It was
My
like,
middle na- and my maiden name was Grogan, so
right.
Grogain is what it started out.
Yeah.
So
There's a
when we
there's a
were over
bar
there, pardon,
there's a bar over there named after you,
called
Flynn's of
Flynn's
Grogan.
of Grogan. Grogan's an area over there, and Flynn's is a pub over there. So when we were there, it was like so cool to be in a town that my ancestors, Bartholomew Grogan, that's what I do remember, that Bartholomew Grogan lived in that area and
Yeah.
actually came to the United States. And he actually, I can't remember if it was like North Carolina or where it was, over on the East Coast somewhere, of course, where they came in. And he had a town that was called Grogan. He homesteaded the town. It's no longer called Grogan, but it was originally. But yeah, they came from Ireland over there in Clara, over by
Yeah.
Clara. So uh,
Yes. We have to show our little video here. We did a live while we were down in Nashville. If you didn't see it, you can go back and watch it. We went through Music Valley Drive, took a little drive around in the truck, and showed you all the sights there at Music Valley Drive. What's there? But we went into a place called Wicked Ollie's Vintage, which used to be the Ernest Tubbs Record Shop, and it is the home of Ernest Tubbs' tour bus, the Green Hornet, and it's still there. The reason it's still there is because they couldn't get it out. They'd had to, they would have had to tear the whole front of the building off of the
yeah,
bus, or the front of the
building.
building to get the bus out.
They
So,
built the building around the front of the building around that bus when it
yes,
was the record shop.
they put the bus in there, and then they built the front of the building. And if you look when you're in there, you can see the ceiling is kind of cut out where the bus is. So it's not going anywhere unless they want to tear the whole, front of the building out. But I did a walkthrough of the bus, but I had to turn the sound off because they were playing music in there, so we would have got demonetized.
Yeah, we
So
don't want that.
I want to show you a little clip of this bus because I wasn't able to give any of the history of it when I was walking through it because I had to turn it off. So this is a 1964 Silver Eagle tour bus that was used by Ernest Tubb from 1970 to 1979. It has logged over 3 million miles across the U.S. and Canada, and it makes its current home. It's parked at Wicked Ollie's Vintage in Nashville, which is in Music Valley Drive, located across from the Opry. Now, Ernest Tubb was one of the first country artists to use a dedicated tour bus, setting the standard for touring in that genre. The interior includes bunk beds, a lounge area, and a recording studio. The bus was retired in 1979 and it was restored in 1995 and remains a piece of country music history that is frequently visited by tourists. It was originally purchased from the Trailways Bus Company and became a defining feature of the Texas Troubadour era. So here's a little shot of the inside of the bus. This is the lounge area, and each one of the band members had little lockers above the sitting area there. Here's a shot of the kitchen, big kitchen, as you can tell. Couldn't cook much there. This is the home entertainment center / recording studio era. He had a reel to reel tape there. Here's a shot of the bathroom, big bathroom. This is the bunks where the band guys slept. And as we go toward the back of the bus, you'll see they each had wardrobe closets right here on the right. And then back in the back, Ernest had his own private area back here. That's his bunk on the right. They have it encased in kind of a plexiglass thing. He had a little sink there that you can see, a little wash basin, and his bunk, and that was about it.
I think about how much poker he probably played on that bus.
Oh, I know. And this is free to go through. You don't have to pay to go through it when you're there.
They do take donations for the upkeep.
Yeah.
And, it's such a cool piece of history. There are just certain things that have such a cool vibe to them, and I don't know how many times. I could not tell you how many times we've been in that bus.
No, every time we go down there, we go through it just because.
Yes. Yeah, you can't go near it and not go in it.
Yeah.
But there are lots of stories of Ernest Tubb. He loved to play poker, and he did not like to lose. That was one of the things. He was one of the most easygoing, sweet guys in the world. But he was, and which I think he drank a little bit too. But
yeah.
But when they were drinking and having a little too much fun, and they were playing poker, if you beat him, he would fire you and kick you off the bus. So that was always the
Jack Green told us some stories about that.
Yep. I still laugh when I think about him talking about that and about getting off the bus and then going to the next bus stop and seeing Cal Smith. He'd been kicked off. Yeah. So it's just, but it's just that bus has so much character, and it's just something else. There's not much of that history left. So it's really important to go and see that. If you get a chance to go see it, go to Wicked Ollie's Vintage. They're really sweet folks, and they got a lot of cool stuff in there. If you want to buy some fancy clothes or T-shirts, they have Merle Haggard T-shirts from his last tour, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
we always find something to buy in there, whether we need it or not.
We always buy something. Yeah. So they got some show jackets. If you want some fancy stuff too, they have some of that. I know she does some dressing for like some of the artists and, like videos and different things like that. So it's just a cool place. So go to Vintage Ollie's whenever you get a chance, when you get down there.
Yep. Also want to make mention that our buddy Randy Travis is in St. Louis tonight.
Oh, that's right. And he's got our buddy Steve Henson out there with him, doesn't he?
Yeah. And
great steel guitar player.
Our guitar player in our band, Darren Thomas, he's up there. I was talking to him earlier before we went on, and he was excited about that. I told him tell Steve hey, and we miss him, and I'm sure it'll be a great show.
Oh yeah, so I am sure it will be a fabulous show. He is traveling all over the country, and there's a fellow that does his show, but he is out there every night. And bless his heart, Randy Travis has had a hard way to go here the last few years, but he is making the best of it, isn't he?
Yes.
So, oh, I'm looking here at Kurt. He said, I sang two well Hungarian songs. That was different. And then a cover. So, because I know they do some newer stuff, the well Hungarians do. Uh, but then he did a cover, which is something that he knows. So, Kurt is an amazing singer. We love Kurt. We love to hear him. He's one of our camping buddies, him and his wife, Angie. Uh,
Great songwriter, too.
he's an amazing songwriter. He really is. He's a great songwriter. I love to hear him sing. He's got that big, deep voice, all that good stuff. So, good friends of ours, but yeah, I'm telling you, there's a lot. There's been a lot going on, hadn't there? We've done a lot of stuff here lately. We've got a big summer coming up. School's getting ready to be out May I think 21st. So by then, hopefully, I'll be out of this thing. Get it out. I can take it off. But they tell me not to keep it off. So, but I'll get that thing off, and then we'll start the summer. We've got some shows that we're doing. Got some camping trips. Got some music shows that we're going to, and just loving all things traditional country, just like we always do. So, yeah, yes, that's right. We're gonna be with Kurt and Angie camping soon. Can't wait to do that.
Can't wait to get to the Scopus KOA.
We're de-winterized. We've already been on one trip. We went on one trip with our son Alex, his wife Hannah, and our little grandbabies Addison and Parker. And we had a ball here a couple weeks ago. It's a little chilly starting out the weekend, but it ended up being a great weekend, didn't it?
Actually, the weather was really good.
Yeah.
During the day. I mean, we had to have the heat on at night, but it wasn't terrible.
Yeah. Well, Missouri weather too. I mean, it's crazy, right?
It's bipolar.
It is. Right now we have the heat on in the morning because it drops down, and then Kurt says our spots reserved. We are going to be there at the Scopus KOA, that's for sure. And that's like our favorite place to go.
Oh yeah.
And the most important part about that's the company. So we love you guys, you know that. So but no, we have a lot going on this summer, and we're looking forward to it. Looking forward to playing some music. Right now, depending on what goes on with my wrist, we're going to go forward. So any dates that we have at this point, we're still going. We played last weekend we played?
Yes.
Yes. We played up at Gene's Country Club, and Darren Thomas, bless his heart, our guitar player that's up watching Randy Travis tonight, he played bass for us, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
So, and he did a great job. So it was kind of fun, kind of something different. I sat on a stool and felt kind of lazy and sang. So it was a lot of fun. We had a good evening, good turnout. I think everybody enjoyed themselves. So, but we're just going to keep on keeping on. Like I said, we've got a lot of content we're working on right now. So, but make sure to tell us if there's something, go watch the videos, leave a comment of what you want to see, and we will do our best to try to get an episode for you. Yes. The biggest thing is, we're trying to make sure we have our content's true and accurate. That's the number one goal with what we're doing here. If you see it on our channel, it is definitely true to the best of our knowledge, the best that we can get out of witnesses and people, family members and people that we know that work with these artists. So it's not all about drama. Now we do have a couple episodes coming up that's going to be maybe a little tough to watch. At least one of them is. Yeah. So, but we're going to keep that under wraps for right now, but you're going to have to stay tuned and see what we're working on. But I'm excited about the episodes we have coming on, and always look forward to your comments. Very, very blessed that people are positive. We've gotten a lot of good positive feedback on our channel. And I watch some of these content creators, and some of them get people that are just not real nice sometimes. But luckily we've been pretty fortunate, haven't we? We've got people that are respectful. And they love real country music. And I think too, most of our crowds are adults. They're not youngsters, kind of thing. So, I think that's probably has a lot to do with it. But we thank you guys so much for supporting us. It means the world to us that you're here and you're doing, doing your best to support us and help us um, do what we do. And we'll keep doing it as long as we have an audience to watch it, just like those guys that are out there beating the road and working. So, um, Jim, it's like,
Tell your friends. Like,
yes,
comment, subscribe, tell your friends.
subscribe to the channel. That's really important.
It's
Yeah.
totally free, So tell your friends if they like this kind of content, be sure and spread the word.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you all so much for being with us. We appreciate you. Go check out the new episode on Alan Jackson if you've not. Go back and watch the old episodes. Got a lot of good stuff out there. So check it out. I think we ought to.
I'm, I'm doing a show with the damn band on July 17th.
Oh, that's
that'll-
right. We
that-
got to get that in there. That's
Yes.
for sure.
That will
So
be a
excited.
blast. I love playing with these guys. Man, they are so. You better bring your A game when you set in with these boys. 'Cause
They honky tonk, don't they?
they bring it.
Well, Kurt Cook is one of my favorite singers ever, anywhere. So, and that band is just amazing, amazing group of guys, great guys, as well as great musicians. So that's right, July 17th. We'll have to get some more information and get that out when we do our next one.
Yeah.
So anybody that's close can make a point of coming over and seeing them. But I'll be sitting in the audience having fun. I get to be a band wife that night, which is always I enjoy doing that. So
I'll be trying to hang on back there going.
no, I don't think so. You do awesome. You do
They're
an awesome
fun to
job.
play with. I mean,
They're
they make it easy. It's a great gig. Jason Huster, man, he's a killer bass player. Chuck Trollinger, I mean, you couldn't ask for a better guitar player. And Keith Barton on steel and Jeff Newcomb on keys. I mean, come on.
Oh, it's going to be at the Roadhouse Barn and Grill, High Point, Missouri. There you go. So that's where you're going to be July 17th with those guys. And for us, you can go check out, like he said, my Facebook, which is Colleen K. Gallagher or Jim Gallagher, and see what's going on, or Route 67 Band. We have a Facebook page there.
Right.
And that's where most of our stuff is posted. He'll update the page for the website, which is route67band.com.
We also have a Classic Country Backstories Facebook page.
We do. Please go check that out. I'm trying to keep everything country music on there. So, go check it out. There's a lot of cool stuff that's popping up on that feed. And, and I enjoy looking at it because it's all things music. Yeah. So all things country music, some bluegrass music. It's all good stuff. It's a lot of fun.
Be sure and follow us on Facebook at Classic Country Backstories also.
Yeah, make sure you do that. And we will be here as long as we've got an audience. So, but we're going to let you guys go for this evening. Thank you so much for being with us and supporting us. We appreciate y'all. And like I always say, until next time, take care, God bless, and we'll see you later, okay?